Howdy everyone, it's Leslie Hassler with your Biz Rules Business Coaching, and we're coaching from the Carpool on a bright, shiny day here in Texas. I hope you're doing well. I know we've had crazy weather all over the nation, but such is life, as things are. So I thought today would be a really interesting game to share with you. Now I won't claim to have created this game. It's called the Prosperity Game. It is from a book called Ask, and it is given by Abraham and Esther Hicks. And what I will say for my very practical friends is the first half of the book can be a little more spiritual or woo-woo, if you would like, but I love the back half. Back half is really full of exercises, especially exercises dependent upon your frame of mind for the day and how to improve it. Now, I use these things all the time, and I use them especially with one of my children who just can see is a little more highly critical, and so his mood can be a little more highly critical. And working with my son and not wanting to put any shaming on an emotion, you know, we use these as tools to elevate. He is not going to go from way down here to way up here in one felt swoop. We're just trying for one or two better. And so this is one reason why I like this book, because it has, you know, a lot of exercise. If you're feeling this, then do this. If you're feeling that, then do that. So the Prosperity Game is actually one of these exercises. And here's some interesting things. So my husband and I did this exercise together, and it's actually meant to be for 30 days. It's meant to take you through a series of days and journaling and things of that nature. But we did it at a time to where we felt like we didn't have a lot of extra money going around, and so it didn't feel like we were prosperous. And the honest truth is we actually are very prosperous, but how you look at things can cloud your judgment. And so we did this exercise, and I'll explain to you what the exercise is in a second. And it was really interesting. It was interesting in some ways how we held ourselves back from feeling that prosperity, trying to be frugal and cautious and things of that nature. And it also was very entertaining in understanding each other's desires as far as what we wanted to be able to do with our incomes. And so there was some stuff that I, would read his, he would read mine. He was like, really, this is it? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what would make me feel prosperous today. And then we just started doing it because some of this stuff was really simple, so it's easy to do. Here's how we're going to use it for you. Okay, so the today's was charging what you're worth, and I kind of coming up this because we've got the upcoming Show Me the Money workshop here in January, and this is one of the exercises that the people that are coming, I actually would love for them to do. Now, do you have to do it? No. Will the world keep spinning? Yes. Will it help you? Yes, it really will. So if you can do this, and really it's an exercise that maybe 15 minutes of your day spent doing this. I mean, really, if that long. Maybe on the last day, and I'll tell you why. The last day I could see it taking a lot longer, taking that full 15 minutes, but the first day for sure not going to take 15 minutes. So I want you to do this exercise for 7 days. And I went ahead and I typed up the exercise in our posting description so that you would have it. But essentially what you need is you need a notebook, at least with 7 pages, okay? Because you're going to do 1 page per day. You may use it all, you may not use it all. Who knows? Just 1 page per day, okay? Because I want you to get this concept that the next day is a clean slate. You can make different choices, and I want you to be able to. So 1 page per day, notebook, 7 pages. On the first day, you're going to receive $1,000. $1,000 for your services. On the second day, that amount's going to double. And on the next day, it's going to double again. You see the exponential factor there? I think I put all the days down there if you can't remember or don't want to do the math. But essentially, by day 7, you will be receiving on that day $64,000 in fees from a client. Okay? Now, here's the fun thing. You may or may not ever receive $64,000 from a single client. That's irrelevant. What I want you to get used to is, as your pricing increases, so should your intention. And so should the value that you are providing for that money. All right? Easy peasy. So each day, you're going to write at the top, you're going to write the number for the day. So let's pretend it's day one, $1,000. Then I want you to answer the questions, and they're written here. So I'm going to, I don't have them in front of me, so I'm not reading them. I'm kind of more verbalizing them from my memory. But the essence of, number one, I want you to say and really think about what, why is this worth, why is your services worth that $1,000? What are you going to do? What's the best work that you could honestly provide for $1,000? Right? And just kind of, what would that look like, right? It will look like this. I want you to really think about how your client is going to feel, or what they're going to think about the value that they receive from paying that money to you. Okay, because it's really not a gift, right? They're getting something in return. So what are they getting in return? How will they feel? How will they see? What will they see? And then I want you to assume that 50% of that fee is profit. All right? So here's the clue. Like, half of that is going into the actual work, okay, of what you're providing. So you got to keep that in mind when you're answering, what are they going to receive for these funds? What's the exchange that's going to happen as part of the sale? And that remaining 50%. So on that first day, that means $500. $500 you have to allocate. You have to spend it on paper in your notebook. And it's in your business right now, okay? So if you want to pay yourself that $500, great. Pay yourself that $500, but then tell me where it's going to go to. Are you going to put 10% in savings? You're going to buy groceries with $200 of it? I don't care. Just make the money have a home, okay? So let's say the next day, your fee now is $2,000. So again, 50% of that's going to profit, all right? And then guys, you might be saying 50% to profit. If you're in a service-based business, you should be at that level of profitability, okay? You shouldn't be down in this 10Z stuff. That is really for group programs, for books, for things like that, where you actually can drive volume. But if you can't drive volume, then you need to be to higher profitability in order to be profitable overall. But maybe let's say you wanted to invest in training. Maybe let's say you wanted to hire an employee, or you need a new computer or a new printer, or you fill in the blank, right? So that profit can then go to some of that stuff. Maybe you want to put 10% to marketing. Probably should be saving about 10% for your marketing costs. Maybe you want, you see, there's so many things in your business. And here's the key is, you'll never have a shortage of something to spend on in your business. You really just won't. But we have to have this concept of intending to have profit and then knowing what we would do with it, okay? Because there's a little bit of an attachment that happens once you know why you're charging and what that is going to. What value you're providing. What does that look like? And maybe as you get up, you're like, man, I can start throwing in some extras. And you throw in some extras, some things that, maybe a client at $1,000 level really you can't afford to do. But maybe when they're at the $16,000 level, it suddenly makes more sense to do. Like, there's stuff that you could say that, there's stuff that nobody ever wants to pay for, but man, when I put it in there, it is the bee's knees. Like, everybody, hands down, loves it. Maybe that's what gets included in at some of the higher fees. So I just really want you to look at your fees in a different way, if you will. I want you to play the numbers game with yourself. This is not writing it in stone. This is you're not going to have to go out and sell it tomorrow. This is just about getting your brain used to seeing a growing number and knowing what that means. Like, what are you going to do for that number? What value are you going to provide? What little extras could you write in? How will your clients be happy because they made this investment in themselves? And then what are you going to do with the profit? Okay, because when we put intention behind anything in your business, I don't care if it's your clients, your employees, your time, your sales, your marketing, your money, you put intention behind any bit of that, and you suddenly see things shifting. Suddenly you see opportunities to have whatever you're intending to do happen and come forth. And where you didn't see a solution last week, suddenly they pop up. I want you to be in that moment of possibility, that moment of opportunity when you come to the Show Me the Money workshop, because you will be so much more likely to find it. If you come in and you're like, man, I'm not gonna be able to take anything home, nobody will ever pay my rates, what I charge is what I charge, there's nobody out there. If you come in with that closed mindset, you will walk away with it. And I wasn't put on earth to allow that to happen. So that's the prosperity game. 7 days. If you're really gung-ho with it, do it for 30 days. Do it for personal, do it for business, whatever. It will definitely illuminate some things for you. So I hope that's a good little tidbit. If you are not already registered for the Show Me the Money workshop and you're seeing this on Facebook, just tag me down in the comments and say, Show Me the Money, and I'll send you some information on that. If you are already registered, be sure to bring a friend. Remember, you've got that opportunity to do so, and that information's in your email. So that's it for today, guys. My name is Leslie Hassler. I've been coaching from the Carpool. And until next time, we're here during the weekend afternoons, Monday through Friday, mostly, between 2:30 and 3 here on Facebook. So that's it for today, guys. Have a beautiful one, and may your week be profitable.